With Mr. Sudhakar as Marthi, Vice President Sales and Marketing, Zoho Corporation, and he's going to speak on applications in the cloud for SMBs. Mr. Marthi is Vice President Sales and Marketing APAC at Zoho, Chennai, and is in charge of sales and marketing for the APAC region for all products of Zoho Corporation. Mr. Marthi has got over 25 years of sales and marketing experience in products selling IT products, and today he's going to talk on application in cloud for SMBs. Please come in, sir.
For organizers also, for giving us this opportunity to be here. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you a quick 25 minutes, 30 minutes presentation on applications in the cloud for SMBs. Before that, let me quickly give you an overview about Zoho Corporation. I don't know how many of you are aware about our organization. We are a privately held company founded in '96. Earlier we were called AdventNet. We were known as AdventNet. Today we have more than 60,000 customers, and we are a privately held company, no venture capital or outside capital, continuously profitable since inception. More than 60,000 customers we have. We strongly focus on the customer, and today we have three divisions called Web and MS, which is mainly focused on telecom equipment vendors market space, telecom service providers market space, where we offer end-to-end APIs, agent toolkit, simulation toolkit, the Web and MS framework, which helps the developers to build their applications on top of the platform. The second division is Manage Engine, which was founded in 2003. Today we have more than 20 products. Most of them are out-of-the-box products for enterprise IT network management and enterprise IT network security products. And third division is Zoho.com, which we will be talking for the next 25 minutes, which is totally into cloud. There is SaaS, software as a service. Today we have 1,500 employees. The main development center is only in Chennai. All these products are developed out of Chennai. Our headquarters, Indian headquarters is in Chennai, obviously. Our US headquarters is in Pleasanton, California. We do have offices around the world, like in Austin, Texas, New Jersey in East Coast, London, subsidiaries in China, Japan, and Singapore. We have a strong network of partners to sell our products, reseller partners, as well as SI partners. And let me now come to the topic of the day, how SMBs can benefit out of the cloud computing, the applications in the cloud. Today there are more than 3.5 million SMBs in India. We are not talking about MSME, which will run into even more than 25 million micro, small, medium enterprises. And these enterprises, SMBs, small, medium enterprises, they are not invested much on the IT infrastructure, as they traditionally use the conventional ways of reaching out to their clients. The reason for them not adapting to the IT infrastructure or IT is, one is IT cost, the cost of the infrastructure itself, the hardware cost, the maintenance cost of the hardware, and the cost of resources also. Today, to maintain those high cost servers or the software itself, you need resources. They're also very expensive. Whereas if you look at the mobile adoption, today India boasts of more than 900 million subscribers. Of course, there are many people who own multiple phone connections, all included at 900 million, we can say. But that is because the enablement or empowerment of these devices, which provided help the users to adapt to this technology. So, in a nutshell, the SMBs are willing to adopt technology. They are not afraid of adopting technology, which we have seen, the adoption of the mobile phones and the revolution it has taken place. And all these SMBs are very keen to grow their business, obviously. They are definitely interested to make more money. They don't mind investing on a simple device like a PC or a notebook or a netbook. And the way now with the launch of 3G or the 4G or the LTE, the smartphones adoption is taking place, the touch screens or the tablets. So the SMBs can invest and are willing to adopt the new technologies. So in that situation, what are the applications which they could access in the cloud without investing heavily on the hardware, without any worries on the maintenance of the hardware, the software, update, upgrade. We are not going to talk about much on the technology behind these applications to the SMBs, because they are not concerned about that. What they are interested is how it will help them to grow their business. So let us talk about an SMB. What they want to start with, they need their own domain, their own address, web address. So they need a website. They want to create a website, to build the website. So the same website, when they create using a notebook or a a PC, a desktop, it should seamlessly work in a mobile smartphone also, so that they don't have to again spend or recreate that mobile website. So to create the website, again they need many tools. We provide the Zoho sites, for example, which helps them to build this website on online forms, for example. The forms will enable the visitor to the website to fill in some information which can directly connect it to the database, so that they can use that to get back to that visitor. So it is very easy to create those online forms. We provide that. Then the content also, as and when they want to change the content, they should not look up or look upon another developer to build that content. So seamless, dynamically, the CEO of the SMB or the managing director or the managing partner, they are all typically a small organization. So they themselves should be in a position to build the content or create the content dynamically. For example, if they have a customer testimonial, they want to put that in the website, they should not look around for a developer to do that. It is easily possible. And it is more than a drag and drop, more like a drag and drop, And since we host it, it is reliable. It is all available in our data center, so anytime you can reach the website. And we also provide many themes which help the SMBs to come up with their website in different formats, catering to the requirements of the various verticals of SMB market. It could be a manufacturing, it could be a small boutique shop or a brick and mortar company. Then what SMBs need is communication. Communicate with their prospects, with their clients, with their vendors, with their suppliers, with their customers. So they need an email solution which helps them to communicate. So today Zoho Mail is built keeping in mind the modern business in there. And what we offer is a contextual integration in Zoho. When we talk about Zoho Mail, for example, we not only provide that simple mail service, we empower them, we enable the user to chat with the contact by adding them, or create the task. Then we have that calendar features. You want to create a forum, online forum or a discussion, which helps them to do that. Above all, you need to have the complete documentation. So you may have spreadsheets, PowerPoint presentations, you have the Word documents, all of them you can access it without the need to send it as attachments. It can be shared among the users of the organization as well as with the contacts. Nowadays people would like to comment on various activities inside the organization. So the feature comment box is available, which helps them to freely express their opinion, share their knowledge, share their the process, what they've adapted is possible. Wiki will help them to create a knowledge base, for example, Of course, any organization would like to have a spreadsheet, the presentations or the Word documents. So these are all available as part of the Zoho Mail Suite, of course, as an add-ons, so that one can create the notes and then use the notebook for creating the notes or giving the instructions. So as an SMB, now you have created a website, you are able to communicate, you are able to collaborate, use the productivity applications to maximize your productivity, like as I said, writer, sheet or show. And then comes the business applications. When you talk about business, for pre-sales and sales, you need to have the prospects, the leads, the contacts, what we call potentials, the opportunities. So all of them you want to track in a single common place, which is nothing but a CRM, a customer relationship management software, which helps you to have all these inferred data in a single place. Your Salesforce has to be automated. Salesforce automation features is part of the CRM, which helps the sales organization inside an SMB to follow the process as well as ensure that all their activities are tracked, all their activities are being updated wherever they are. Since it is in the cloud, wherever they are, what they need is only a browser and the internet, and that will enable them to update their activities and pick up the orders. Then automatically they want to check the inventory, whether inventory is available for immediate shipment. It's possible. They collect the purchase orders, the salespeople, and then it has to be processed. It is possible as part of the CRM. And of course, you need to raise the invoices, the price offers, the invoices, collect the payments. So the entire cycle of the sales process is included in the CRM today. So pre-sales, sales, the CRM will take care. What about after sales? Obviously, SMB has to take care of their clients, their customers who buy their product. So they need to have a help desk, what we call it support, or they want to provide remote assistance to their clients. So we have an assist software. The top management of the SMB would like to see the figures not just only in the table format or a spreadsheet format. They want to see that in the reports, a pie chart, a bar chart, a stacked bar, comparison of the sales year on year or month on month, year to day figures. So Zoho reports helps the SMB to have these reports without much investing their time and energy to create these reports. For accounting, we have Zoho Books, which helps them to follow their complete accounting process. As for an SMB, the money in, for example, money out, the bank transactions, how many orders they have picked up for a salesperson, and then what is the outstanding of the invoices, what is outstanding in terms of payment, spending. So all this as part of accounting software is available. Then if the SMB feels that they want to provide assistance, as I said, we can provide remote assistance, and then they want to create an application and then find buyers for their application or find their buyer, they can use a marketplace. And then they want to, for example, conduct some surveys or test for their own internal employees. They can use a challenge to do an online test and monitor their websites. For example, if they want to monitor their website, whether the performance of the website is good, how much time it takes for a page to load. Site 24/7 is a website monitoring service, is available as part of our offerings. Then most of the SMBs now get into the next level, that project management. They want to undertake projects. So specific project, you need to have the complete project management, starting from project estimation, cost control, you need to have the budgeting, you need to have the resource allocation. So for a project, the timelines are very essential. So, and you need to collaborate with not only the internal project members of the project, but also external, your vendors or the client. So you want to collaborate with them. It is possible with the same project management application, wherein you can chat with them from the project application. You can chat with them for a communication. All the quality management aspect of the project can be tracked, where the features are already available. Then for an SMB, they may require to, obviously they need to recruit manpower, human resources. So for recruitment, again, they don't have to run around for another application. Zoho Recruit helps them to track all their resumes, schedule their interviews so that the candidates can come for an interview, and you can shortlist the candidates based on their performance, and then the interviewers who are in the panel, they can give their recommendation, their feedback, everything in the cloud. So the whole process can be maximized, the productivity can be increased by enabling the candidates as well as the interviewers to use this application. So once the employee joins the organization, it becomes the part of the organization where you need to manage the, your employees. That is people management. Like for example, the personal data of the employees or leave records, travel records, all of them are available as part of Zoho People. Is another application which is there. But if SMB feels, oh, okay, we have seen sites, you have created site, you are using the mail and all the productivity applications, collaboration applications, and then we are using business applications like CRM support, accounting applications, recruitment, all that fine. But for our organization, we need to create some additional application. No problem. Creator helps you to create those applications also, where one can build their own application with their own ideas, and it is easily integrated with the existing applications. Now, as we talked about in the beginning, the smartphones and tablets are going to be used by SMBs in a large numbers. So it is not only essential to have the applications using their web apps, which are possible by opening a browser in a smartphone or a tab, whether it is iOS from iPhone, Apple, or Android based. You need to have native apps also. So what we have done is we have got now both web apps as well as native apps for many of our applications. For example, this presentation I am running from the cloud, meaning the connectivity is provided by one of the service providers, and I didn't give the presentation in stick so that we can run it from the machine directly. But at the same time, the presentation is available as part of the documents, Zoho Docs. I can depend on that also in case the network is not available, for example. So the native app helps there. It is not only that web app alone is available, native app also is possible. Now I will take a digression. When we talk about SMBs, we talked about many applications. Recently we have launched a new site called charmehr.com. It's a subsidiary of Zoho called medicalmind.com. The charmehr.com is mainly for electronic health record, meant for again medical practitioners, a few practitioners, a group of practitioners, or a small clinics. Again, the market segment we focus is on the small, that is few doctors, few prescribers, or few practitioners or a small clinic where this cloud-based or web-based EHR will help them to maximize their productivity. For example, the medical practitioner or their receptionist in their clinic can fix the appointment, scheduling the appointments. The lab results can be directly fetched, and it's HIPAA compliant as per US standards, because this is basically, we follow many of the US standards. And then you have the templates. It varies from medical practitioner to practitioner based on their specialty. An ortho would like to have a different template and questionnaire compared to a heart specialist or a gynecologist. So we have that kind of questionnaires, templates, which a medical practitioner can make use of. Of course, it is also HL7 format, which helps them to easily export the data, as well as existing data can be imported. And the prescription also can be now possible directly. It can go to the pharmacy. I mean, even in India it will happen very soon, where the medical practitioner can prescribe, the pharmacy can get the details and then deliver the medicines at the doorstep of the patient. It's possible. And also the patient can have access to their own records using the PHR, personal health record. The medical practitioner can create the account and then share the data, share the record with the patient, so that patient can, in case the patient wants to have a second opinion, they don't have to run around or carry all the papers. They can access their own data anywhere in the cloud, anywhere, anytime, using this cloud-based or web-based EHR. Last 2 days we have heard enough about the cloud computing, all of us. I think people talked about IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. As a company, Zoho focuses mainly on the SaaS, software as a service, and how it helps the industry or SMB or a user is the application deployment is very fast. One can create the application and then deploy it much faster than the traditional way. The cloud enables them, and of course it spurs the innovative ideas. People can come up with the new ideas, new innovative ideas to launch their own applications. Above all, it lowers the cost, obviously. I'm not spending much time on about our pricing of Zoho applications. If you would like to know more about that, you can drop in at our booth in this convention center, where we can talk in detail about the cost of our applications. At the same time, it increases the business agility, that SMBs can adopt the new technology and improve their productivity. Obviously, cloud gives a better performance because today's browsers are much powerful. Since we are going to access this application through a browser every day it's becoming more and more powerful, whether you take a Safari or a Chrome or even Internet Explorer or Opera. All these browsers are becoming more and more powerful. So the performance depends on the browser as well as the internet connectivity. And India also, now we have come a long way. After 2G, now 3G has come, and with the introduction of LTE, the 4G, things are going to, the connectivity is going to be much more faster. So the performance of these applications are definitely going to be much better. However, there are challenges being faced by the cloud computing vendors, and very often we come across questions regarding the security, how secure we are. And many of the last 2 days during the various presentations, different types of answers have been already or elaborated on the security aspect, whether it is in good old days, how do we store your valuables or your jewelry, but today compared to that, what we are doing it now. Or you can talk about using the PIN number of the ATM card, whether it is a debit card So where only the PIN number is a password, that's the only security, right? So security again in the cloud is much safer. That's what as a cloud computing vendor, as a SaaS vendor, Zoho will definitely would like to say it is much more secure to keep the data in the cloud rather than in your notebook or a desktop, because if it is stolen, your data is lost. Whereas here the password is there, so you can always reset your password from another browser and block your access. Even if I lose my iPad, for example, the data is not here inside this device. It is in the cloud, so it is much safer. However, the security aspect, when you talk about it's a physical security of the data centers where the servers are located. For example, Zoho today has 3 data centers in US, 2 in California, 1 near New York City as a DR center, disaster recovery. So these data centers have got 24/7 physical security. Security guards are there. It's well protected. I only said California. I didn't talk about the address because that is also secure, right? So and naturally the access to these buildings are restricted. Only authorized people are allowed inside these buildings. That is about the physical security. Then the network security. Obviously, things are in place when to access these servers. You have got firewalls and other, mechanisms. Network security is available. Okay, and of course, application security, the password by which you access your account. And we always give tips like the way every password has to be changed periodically once in a while and have a strong password, not a simple password, kind of. So that will enable the user to access these applications. So we talked about the data security, the safety of the servers, the backups. Every data is being duplicated. So we have a large server farm, thousands of servers, so that the data is duplicated for every user's data. Of course, above all, we have to meet as a SaaS vendor, we have to ensure the availability of the application anywhere, anytime, 24/7. So we have a stringent SLAs, service level agreements. We mentioned that in the website, in our website as a policy, as a terms of conditions, because all paid customers are being given this SLAs. We meet them. Of course, we have to meet the standards, compliance. As a SaaS vendor, we have to ensure that we follow the SAS 70 or a USF Forber conditions. Auditing is being done by third party, so that then the business model for SMB cloud computing offers you the flexibility, pay as you grow, pay per use model. You don't have to pay upfront. Only if you are interested, you are using the application and you pay for it. The moment you feel, okay, you don't like the application or you don't like the support, okay, you are free to close the account and export the data. And we don't hold the data. You are free to export the data to, of course, we give it in a standard format so that you can make use of that data with another service provider. So as a SaaS vendor, the data is not being held by us, and you can choose the vendor. And we also offer free edition for most of our applications, except the accounting application, which we offer only trial. So the business model, being a subscription model, monthly or annual subscription model, enables SMBs to adapt to the cloud in a much faster way. So in a conclusion, how these SMBs can help, can improve their productivity. Number one is affordable, above all, and very easy to use. It's a DIY method we talk about. Do it yourself. You don't need to depend on a high-cost resource to implement the solution for you, for SMB. Because there is no upfront cost. It's only pay-per-use model, no vendor lock-in, no other worries about the maintenance of that. So it helps the SMBs to improve their productivity among the workforce as well as collaborate much more to improve their business. With that, thank you very much for your patient listening. Any questions? Probably we can take it.
Yeah, like hi. So I got so good. Like two questions for you out here. Like my first question is that since you're building products, like for basically SMEs, SMBs or SMEs, whatever you want to call them, like how do you go about selecting this, like what you want to build? Because based on my experience in IT industry, like trying to exactly identify what makes money and what does not in an SME market is very hard. So how do you go about selecting what is the product which you're going to launch this through Zoho?
Good question. This is our founder CEO's vision. Like Dr. Sridhar Vembu is our CEO, he's a founder CEO. And his vision is to help the SMBs as well as enterprises to adapt to the cloud. And then, of course, the applications we launch, in three categories: business, office productivity, and collaboration. And some of them may not make money. You are right. Okay. So what we have done is we are providing this contextual integration. It is not that one application we launch and then expect the money to come out of that. It's not. So as we talked about, a single sign-on helps the organization to seamlessly work with any of our application as long as you are paying for that application. As long as you are a free user, you can access any application. But the moment you start paying customer, you'll have to pay for the particular service to get access to that application. So coming back to that, the other question, how do we select building application? Well, that's what I said, it's a direction given by our CEO, and then accordingly we launch many applications.
Is there a set of so-called defined criteria which is used this before you go trying to build an application? Something like a checklist or something which you can share in that space.
Well, today what SMB needs. That's what depending on the the requirements of the customers. Most of the times we listen to customers. As I said in the beginning, many of our applications we build based on customer feedback. Okay. We launch an application, naturally the user would ask for more features. It is our choice whether to bring those features in the same application or come up with a new application, and price it differently. It's possible.
One more question which I have out here is that you're speaking about patient health records.
Yeah.
Are patient health records accessible across doctors? Across two doctors using Zoho? Is patient health record information owned by a doctor, or is it information owned by the patient?
Well, today we expect the medical practitioners to own the record, and then the medical practitioner can choose to share it with the patient, because patient also can have access. And then once the patient has got access, he can choose to share it with another medical practitioner to get a second opinion, whatever it is. It's possible. But as a patient, one cannot create their own health record or enter the data. Today, it is not possible. So we expect the medical practitioners to build that first record, that is patient record. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, on behalf of UBM, I'd like to present Mr. Marthi with a token of appreciation.